Hello guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. So today's reading, what demon is sending you signs, okay? What demon's sending you signs? What demon's sending you synchronicities, messages, okay? We have three groups to select from. We have group number 1, Aquarius, group number 2, House Mouse, and group number 3, Black Bear, okay? So group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Whichever group sounds or looks like it's yours is probably yours, and I'll see you there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys are interested, you can book a personal reading with me. You can even gift me a gift through my throne wishlist link in the description, okay? But yeah, I'll see you guys in the group. Love you guys so much. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. So, what demon is sending you signs? The overall energy of this demon is Aquarius, okay? So, maybe they resonate with like Aquarius energy. I was thinking about the age of Aquarius, which is obviously the time that we are living in right now. Didn't we cross over into the age of Aquarius in like 2021, I think? Yeah, I think it was 2021. Because I was in high school when it happened. So, something about the age of Aquarius and maybe like this demon is a part of the change that comes with the age of Aquarius. This demon is someone who's determined, someone who's very creative and intelligent, someone who has a lot of ideas. They're very limitless in their ideologies and, I guess, beliefs. Like, they're open. They're open to multiple perspectives about the world. Okay? I'm kind of feeling that energy, but this demon is probably the most, like, beneficial when it comes down to, I guess, like, pushing projects forward or making ideas real. Okay? I feel like that's what this demon is about. And perhaps with the Aquarius energy, like, there is this emphasis on communication. This demon is very social and speaks a lot. Sends a lot of messages and synchronicities. Okay? So that's the energy of the demon that is currently sending you signs right now. So let's see who this is. Okay. We have for us. Teaches logic, ethics, and the value of herbs and stones. Can make one invisible. Helps one to be intelligent and long-lived. Can recover lost items and find treasures. Okay. So that is the demon that is currently sending you guys signs. Why is for us sending you guys signs? We have narcissist. Conflict. Disagreement. And wealth. Okay, so I feel like these cards are like a little bit tilted. Here, let me move the tripod then. There we go, straighten it out. So I feel like the reason why he's communicating with you guys is because you often deal with a lot of people who are very self-centered and emotionally unavailable for you. It seems like there's a conflict that you guys have experienced recently with someone who has been pretty abusive, okay? and you guys disagree on a lot of things. Like your values are definitely different. This person is very like self-centered. They don't really care about what you think or any of your views or like arguments or talking points. They just want to be right. Okay. They want to be right because they think that they're the most intelligent in the room, and that, you know, the things that the evidence that you have to support your claims, it doesn't matter because they're always right. Am I right with whoever I'm describing here? I feel like you get into disagreements with a lot of people who are very like hard-headed. Okay, like maybe an Aries male or like a Taurus. Yeah, you get into disagreements with people who are very like hard-headed. A lot of people may disagree with you based off of like just who you are as a person and how you choose to present yourself. I feel like the way that you choose to live your life, or maybe something about body modifications, or like just the way that you dress, the way that you express yourself is really weird to other people, and they just don't understand it. And they want control, especially if this is like a parent, because parents view you as like an extension of themselves. So if like you're dressing weirdly and like you're acting how you desire to act and not how they desire, they're going to be like really upset about that, because that's not how they desire to view themselves. Does it make sense? But yeah, I feel like you're in a disagreement with somebody and you've experienced a lot of fights and conflicts with them. This is probably somebody who is an elder, someone who is older than you, somebody close to you. It could be like a boss, it could be an employer, it could be a family member, an aunt or an uncle, a grandparent, a parent. But I do feel like this person's older than you, and you guys definitely have a lot of like disagreements and fights. And I feel like this person is not really moral. Like their morality is very bent. It's very bent out of shape. Like they're just not really a kind person at all. And I feel like they have some jealousy because you have like this wealth energy around you. You have this like untouchable energy, and it makes them really fucking mad. So they're constantly trying to pull you down and fight you. And I feel like that's what's being highlighted here. He's sending signs about this conflict, this situation, because he can help. He can help. Okay, how can he help though? Let's see how he's willing to help you. He gives you Tiger. The Word. The Serpent. And the Silence. Okay, so when I saw the Serpent, I almost like also started correlating the meaning of the serpent to the tiger, because the tiger is about being confident, being strong. But when I thought about the serpent, I thought about like fear. I thought about like how people demonize serpents and snakes. I also thought about like Lilith even. Like I feel like Foraz is saying that like he can help by empowering you to embrace your I guess like fear factor. Like you guys have such a unique look, or you know, this like very strong personality, this very intense spirit. And he's saying that you need to use it as a tool to instill fear in people who are trying to step all over you. Like you have to embody that emperor energy right now, because you can't let people, you know, step on you and make fun of you and treat you terribly just because you want to keep the peace. Like we're not always going to be able to keep the peace, and that's fine. It's not about somebody else's peace, especially if it's making you feel terrible all the time. It's making you feel sick even. Like there's something about embracing like serpent energy, embracing some type of like demonic energy and being fearful. so people aren't stepping all over you. Because when you're constantly trying to be nice and sweet to this person who's obviously just mistreating you, like, you're sacrificing your peace, you're sacrificing your energy, you're pushing yourself out of spiritual alignment with your purpose. And it's also just not healthy for you as a human being to constantly be undergoing stress trying to keep somebody in your life or trying to heal and mend the relationship. It's time to like have that serpent, that fierce serpent and tiger energy, and cut off contact with whoever is bothering you, or at least fight against it. Fight against it hard. Don't let it in your space. Okay? Because I feel like maybe your words, you're not saying all that you could say. You could say more with the word card. Like, you could share more. I feel like you guys constantly like silence yourself. You shut yourself down because you're afraid. You're afraid to fight with this person because they just don't understand you. But I feel like if you said more, I feel like it would put them in their place, to be honest. Like, I feel like it would put them in their place. And some people, they're not going to change. And that's whatever. That's on them. That's not for you to, I guess, decide whether they change or not. They have to decide that for themselves. But you need to speak more. And you need to be more aggressive. I feel like you guys play it safe. And you let your, like, anger boil up inside you. But Foraz is helping you reclaim your power. And be strong, okay? Especially because, look, he's, like, holding this dumbbell over his head. Is that what it is? Guys, I'm not a workout motherfucker, so I'm not a fitness freak, so I don't really be knowing. Somebody's gonna make fun of me in the comments, but nah, you're stupid. I knew it. The Mars King doesn't work out. What an unfit loser. Anyways, why am I like making a whole scenario? Let me get back to the reading. But you know, he's holding the weight. Okay? He's strong. You guys have to embody that strong energy to fight against this person. Okay? You have to be unafraid of facing the conflict. Share your words and then cut contact. Like, I don't enjoy how the older generation thinks that like cutting contact or, you know, cutting ties with people is just so stupid and it's just a trend. Like, no. It's not stupid. It's not stupid to push away people who don't respect you. It's not stupid to prioritize your peace. Okay? So you guys need to actually speak the truth instead of like lying just to keep the relationship peaceful. And only do this if you're safe. Like, listen, if you are relying on this person for housing or anything of that nature, or like this is an employer and you don't have another job lined up, don't sit up here and go crazy and ballistic when it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, you need to do this when you are ready to go. When everything's lined up. And I feel like Foraz could definitely help with that. Like, sorry, I didn't mean to start yawning. I feel like he can definitely help with that. Like, he has a lot of advice to give you on how to get out of your situation and progress. But if you guys are already there at the finish line, he's just encouraging you to embody that, like, strong, intense serpent energy. And stop silencing yourself. Speak your mind. Speak your truth. Okay? So is there any other messages he has for you guys? We have vegans, solitude, independent peace. What did I say? It's about keeping your peace. It's about making peace for yourself. Like, you guys spend too much energy trying to fix the relationship. Say your piece, share your feelings, and then fucking leave. Because there's no need. Like, if they're really willing to change, they'll change on their own. You don't need to sit up here and beg them to, okay? Hell no. We have Agarthans, crop circles, and grays short, okay? So when it comes down to further messages from Foraz, he says that there are so many like messages and signs coming in from the universe, coming in from your spirit guides. You have to pay attention because some of them are more unique than what you may usually expect. Does that make sense? Maybe you guys are afraid. You're afraid to take on some of the advice that's being given to you. You have signs that you already have recognized, and you're afraid to take it on because it's going to cause a lot of uncomfortable change. But you have to do it because it's aligned with what your soul, what your spirit's wanting right now. Okay, prioritize peace always at the end of the day. Like, and I'm talking about peace for yourself, not peace for like the other person in the relationship. They don't have to experience that if they're constantly terrorizing you, you know? When it comes down to experiencing peace for yourself, that means like letting go of people who don't align with your energy, that don't align with your greatness. People who are jealous of your wealth, your abundance, your essence. People who just want to, suck from your energy and just take you down. Like, it's time to prioritize what your soul, what your spirit is calling you to prioritize. It's time to prioritize your peace. And it's time to leave behind any situations that make you feel extremely uncomfortable or extremely unsafe. Because you don't have to suffer. You don't have to. And you have so many spirit guides that could help you get out of any situations that you feel stuck in, including for us or forecast. It says this right there. So yeah, I feel like that's what he's saying. And that'll be all for the reading. I did want to pull like some Demon of the Day cards and see what other advice and messages that he could give, but I forgot to take it out of my drawer because I have to hide it, because if somebody walks in my room and they see that, they beat my ass. They're beating my ass. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please feel free to subscribe. There's also a new feature called the hype button. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of that already, but you can use it and it does help push my videos into the algorithm so more weirdos can see it. And commenting down below also helps. If you're interested in purchasing me a gift through my Throne Wishlist link, that is in the description. You can purchase me a new deck, and you can have a personal reading with me as well, okay? But yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Take care, and goodbye. Thank you so much for this message. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. So, what demon is sending you signs, okay? The overall energy of this demon is House Mouse. So, I feel like this demon, he focuses on helping the practitioners that work with him come into their confidence and navigate obstacles when coming into their magic. Navigate obstacles when understanding their magic. Okay? And I feel like maybe as a spirit himself, he's faced a lot of obstacles. Channeling his power, which is interesting. Maybe it's kind of like he's talking about also obstacles, being able to interact with his practitioners and make change for the world that we currently live in. Because obviously, a lot of us magicians were probably afraid at one point to work alongside demons, okay? Not all, but I do feel like a lot of us were afraid at one point. I mean, I know I was. I wasn't afraid to draw them, but I was definitely afraid to like work alongside them and consider them as like a spiritual partner. So I feel like maybe that's a challenge that he has to help his practitioners overcome, the fear of utilizing the darkness, dark magic, black magic, Which, being honest with you guys, there's not really like a dark magic, a light magic. Like, magic is magic. Period. Magic is magic. So, but when I say dark magic, I mean magic that is more based in the shadows and self-desire. Magic that is not necessarily traditional or considered as normal. And I feel like when it comes down to this demon, he tries to help his practitioners look at their magic differently and face the obstacles that comes with being a dark magician. Okay? So yeah, so that's the energy of him. And I also feel like maybe he likes to reside in the crevices of someone's house, or maybe your house. Like, very territorial type stuff that's going on here. But at the end of the day, he says that no matter how many challenges you face trying to come into your dark magic, there's always a way. You know, there's always a way to your magic, which is like this book right here. Okay? So, that's the energy of this demon. Let's see who the demon is. You guys are not going to guess who this is. The demon is Bodis, okay? The serpent demon. So, why is Bodis sending you guys signs and synchronicities? Okay, we have power and might. Be free from judgment. That's exactly what I was talking about with his overall energy. That's exactly what I was just talking about. Okay, enchanted unity. Let animals be your guides. Oops, I didn't mean to hit the tripod. I'm sorry, guys. Green man. It's time to grow. And we have ancestral alchemy. Conjure your legacy. Okay, so the signs that Bodis is sending you guys is about facing some type of ancestral magic, but uncovering it through the trauma that currently lingers within your lineage. Like, your ancestors have practiced for ages, for centuries, as long as your bloodline has gone on. But I feel like you're not able to fully tap into the powers within your blood because there is some type of like shadow, some like almost like a lock, a padlock on this magic out of trauma. And I feel like that trauma is from judgment, okay? Because we have power and might, be free from judgment. And oh my gosh, okay, with enchanted unity, it says let animals be your guides. I feel like maybe it could be talking about Satanism, generally speaking, because, you know, a lot of principles of Satanism is about coming into your animalistic desires or recognizing that you are a human, which is an animal, and being in touch with the earth and being in touch with the human experience and prioritizing the human experience rather than, I guess, like suppressing your human needs, your human desires, which is interesting. But I feel like your ancestors have been judged for practicing their magic, for stepping into their power. And a lot of people have attempted to take away this magic from them because there is fear about it being so powerful that they have made fun of your ancient elders and have essentially like stifled them from being able to enjoy the gifts that they have. And you're still working through that to this day. This is trauma that like courses through your bloodline. This is something that has to be overcome. And you know, if you're a Satanist or you're like, you know, a left-hand path practitioner, you might be like, well, I don't understand because I'm already on the left-hand path and I'm already tapping into my magic. There is a deeper magic that is being pointed out here. It's not just like let me not say simple, but like I feel like there's a deeper gift. There are deeper forces at play that need to be addressed. Because I feel like it's like when I say force, I'm not saying like a deity or like a spirit. I'm saying like almost like, let's say if your trauma became like a physical spirit, that's what I'm talking about. Like I feel like the force that I am referring to is like just a ball of trauma that has been turned into like, I guess like an egregor. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like your ancestors' trauma and their constant needing to hide and flee to safety from their magic still affects you to this day, and it might make you stop yourself from actually being able to utilize your magic to its fullest capacity. And it requires a connection to the earth. Okay, and we have that with Green Man as well. Like you have to get connected to the earth. Like there's something about like nature calling to you. Coming back to nature. Using the force of nature to grow as a magician. Okay? But yeah, maybe there's like magic that was like lost along the way. Especially if your ancestors traveled a lot. There's just traditions that were lost along the way. Usually out of trauma. A lot of the traveling our ancestors did, was either for like a greater life or to escape some type of mistreatment or slavery. So I do feel like within all that traveling, there's magic that was lost. And I feel like your ancestors have also had to just hide their truth in the cultures they, assimilated to. Is that the word, assimilate? But yeah, you need to tap into the magic that has been lost along the way. And face it. Because there's this force of trauma that is stopping you from fully enjoying the power within your blood. You're not fully utilizing the magic within because of this trauma that is coursing, because there's fear to be the most powerful magician you could be because of judgment from others, from how the society treats magicians like you and your ancient elders. But it's time to grow past that. And it's time to face the power. I wonder what this power is, what this magic is. It's being pointed out here. Maybe it's a practice hidden that needs to be incorporated into your spirituality. How can Bodhis help? How can Bodhis help you? We have radical rebirth, rage. The Medusa energy is interesting because I feel like that sticks out in some way, like the lore of Medusa. Okay. Sache, grounding. Mamlambo, self-sabotage. Okay. Oh, 23, 24. Growth. He's here to help you stop self-sabotaging. Because maybe before you are about to step into this blood power, this power that's within your lineage, you stop yourself. You don't actually claim the power because of the trauma. And it's subconscious. You don't even know that that is what you're doing, but that's what you're doing. He's asking you to channel your rage, your anger about the mistreatment of your family members. Maybe even the mistreatment of you as a magician. Because I feel like a lot of their trauma has repeated in your life in some way, shape, or form. You've been mistreated as a magician yourself. Maybe your other family members have fought with you about your magic, about how you choose to practice your spirituality. And I feel like you need to break away from their judgment and listen to the calling within your blood. And he's helping you get connected to the earth. Because look, we have the grounding energy, getting connected to the earth, getting connected to purpose. For one, you guys need to start listening to the divine calling, the divine purpose that is within. You need to start following it and actually tending to it. And that's going to be different for everyone. Okay? That's one. And like, if you don't know your divine purpose, like, come on. You guys are magicians. Whip out those tarot cards and ask. But I think it's intuitive. You know, it's intuitive. So, you know, I feel like you guys already know. I feel you already know. But you need to start aligning with your purpose. And he's going to help you stop self-sabotaging and actually get connected with your purpose, with the magic that has been lost along the way. And he's asking you to utilize, you know, this rage, this anger, and channel it into your craft. Also, maybe change the way that you choose to do your craft, because maybe you guys are restricting yourself in some way, shape, or form. You're not actually fully tapping into the magic. Like you're afraid to fully claim it, to fully enjoy it. Let's see what this magic's about. I don't know if we have a deck nearby that we can use. I'm gonna use my African goddess and my lost oracle to ask what this magic's about. Alright. What is this magic? This ancestral magic that group 2 has to face? What is this ancestral magic group 2 has to face? Okay, interesting, because we do have like Egyptology references with Sekhmet and I think it's Eset. So interesting. The ancestral magic that you guys have to face. Magic that was created through intercourse, maybe like union is what I'm seeing. Something about like your ancestors uniting to create this magic. Maybe what they're saying, generally speaking, is like confidence in your magic, like surrendering to your magic, actually fully claiming it, actually fully accepting the magic that you have within, because they weren't allowed to accept their magic. And that's what's making it such like a, I guess, scary thing to enjoy, to face. Maybe there's deeper fears that you guys have about fully expressing yourself with your magic. You know, you stop yourself because of other people's judgments and fears, but you have to fully accept it because it's your gift. Expect the extraordinary. It's something that is, it's something that was meant for you your whole entire life. And with the wounded healer, it's like you still have to heal, you still have to get comfortable being a magician. You still have this like fear hanging over you. And you have to face it. You have to surrender to the power that's within you. The power that was passed down to you, okay, through your ancestors. And bring forth healing, okay? So being unapologetic about who you are and your magic. Maybe that's what they're pointing out here. And it could be practices, like I said, that they lost, that you are reigniting. But that's just like what I'm seeing. Like, you guys need to just be unafraid to be you, to practice your magic, your gifts, okay? Is there any other message that Bodhis has for you guys? We have the Garden of Hallowed Moonlight. The Dance of Water. A Gentle Path of Inspiration. And a Broom of Her Own. So the Garden of Hallowed Moonlight highlights that you guys are going to be very solitary when it comes down to you as a witch. And that is fine. Like, the path that you are currently going down is not a path for everyone. But you have to embrace that, because the path that you're attracted to is meant for you. It was designed for you. And everyone's path as a magician is different. Like, everyone who is listening to group 2, you know, you might be different, you know, compared to somebody else who's listening to group 2. You know, you guys have different ways of practicing magic that your ancestors practice. You know, it varies between bloodlines. So everyone's path will be different when listening. Whoever's attracted to this reading, everyone's path is going to be different. And that's okay. But you're going to be a little bit, you're going to be more isolated from people. You're going to be less compatible with people, and that's okay. And maybe you guys are already very solitary people. Like, you don't really have a lot of friends. Okay? So it's interesting. We have the Dance of Water. Being emotional, releasing your emotions is a powerful way to heal your blood. Crying, screaming, maybe some type of spell work. Freeing your bloodline with your spells is being pointed out here. And it requires a lot of emotion. It requires a lot of passion to free your lineage. And you can find inspiration in books, in signs, in things around you to be able to do that. And I also feel like there's a lot of different ways of connecting to your darkness with the gentle path of inspiration. I feel like your magic is, yeah, it's different for you than it is for other people, and that's fine. Everyone has a different way of performing their magic. You have to clear out the energy of doubt and fear, because that's what's going to ultimately hold you guys back from being the most powerful self that you could be. So that is the message, guys. I hope this made sense. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you feel called to. There is a hype button. This is a new feature. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of it. You can click that and help push me out to other weirdos who may be attracted to my channel. So if you feel called to, you can do that. You can donate to my throne wishlist link in the description. And you can book a personal reading with me if you're interested. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being with being what am I saying? Hello. Thank you so much for being with me, and thank you, Bodis, for giving this reading. Take care and goodbye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. So, what demon is sending you signs? The overall energy of this demon, like the vibe of their spirit, is Black Bear. So I definitely feel as though this demon is feared. Well, I mean, a lot of demons are feared, but in this case, like, maybe he has some type of history of maybe some type of like fear factor within his lore. But don't they all to a certain degree? I don't know, I just feel like he is like maybe feared by you. Maybe you haven't want to work with him, or you're avoiding his signs, the messages that he's giving. You're avoiding the synchronicities. Yeah, there's a lot of fear with him. But if you can face his spirit, then I feel like the partnership will be prosperous. It will. But yeah, maybe he views himself as like a black bear. Or like a bear, generally speaking. Like, he has that, like, a bear, generally speaking, is kind of funny. I was about to say a gay bear, but no, he's not gay. But that's what I started thinking about, you know, gay terminology. No, he's not a bear, but maybe he has some type of like bear energy, like something like maybe like, are black bears even that scary though? I mean, like, aren't they like the least like frightening bear? Maybe it's like he looks frightening, but if you actually get to interact with him, then it's actually not that scary after all. And there's a lot of like intelligence, there's a lot of wisdom and knowledge to be shared between both of you guys. So maybe he's not as scary as he seems compared to how other people view him. So, and maybe the black bear energy is kind of like outcast energy. He resonates with a lot of people who are weird and outcasted. Those are maybe the practitioners that interact with him are probably very outcasted people who are discriminated against, alternative. Those are the type of practitioners he works with. But yes, he resonates with the outcast energy, and you know, he resonates with being a freak. A freak, a weirdo. Okay? But that's what I'm getting from him. Why am I stuttering? That's what I'm getting from him. I feel like he is misunderstood, maybe. Maybe the darkness that surrounds him is misunderstood. And you should face him. But you guys are not going to guess who this spirit is. You know, you could be like, oh, I think it's this, I think it's that. You're not going to. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But I highly doubt you will guess the spirit. So let's see who this demon is that's sending you signs. Who is the black bear? The demon is Eligos or Eligor. I think it's Eligor, but I don't know. Maybe it's interchangeable. Eligor. We're just going to refer to him as Eligor throughout the reading. So, what message, or I guess what signs is he sending you? What signs is Eligor sending you? We have Sisterhood of the Silk Road. Okay, so I'm trying to show you the cards. We have Sisterhood of the Silk Road. We have the Magical Key. We have Sage Goddess. And we have Mezzo Goddess. Okay, so let me move with the tripod so it's like more centered. There you go. So the signs that Eligor is sending you refer to maybe a dream that you have, like some type of desire that you have. You want to make something real, but you don't know how to. You don't know where to begin. There's a lot of like cloudiness surrounding your energy. You feel like there's like multiple ways that you can go about this. He says that you need to get focused on the synchronicities that are being laid out in front of you because they're guiding you. With the Sage Goddess, like you need to clear your energy. You need to also clear the energy of doubt, of cloudiness in your space, so you can be laser focused on the reality that you're trying to create, the vision that you're trying to make real. Okay? He's also sending you signs about how to manifest better with Mezzo Goddess, how to be really effective when performing your spells. Maybe with the Sisterhood of the Silk Road, it's time to travel back in time to how your ancestors performed their magic, your ancestors from around the world and their traditions that the traditions that they used when it came down to your magic. Or I feel like maybe there's a lot of knowledge around the world from other people who maybe practice in your industry, or maybe it's like saying like there's a lot of other people that you can find that can help you achieve what it is that you're trying to make possible. And there's keys, there's resources. He's pointing out the resources. And if you need to travel, if you need to meet with someone, or that's what you're desiring, then it's possible. And that's what's being pointed out here. There's a key to doing that. But generally speaking, for everyone who is attracted to Eligor, he's saying that anything is possible when it comes down to your dreams and desires and plans. You have to be confident in yourself. You have to stop residing in that wishy-washy energy, because you're not going to align with the prosperity that you're wanting to bring forth. You're not going to align with that manifestation energy of your dreams if you're confused about it, or you're unsure if it's going to work out. You have to be confident in yourself. And the resources are around you. The resources can be found in nature. The resources can be found within. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of people ready to assist you. A lot of people who are willing to give to you. You also have to be like open to exploring the environment around you, because there's resources. Okay, maybe like meeting new people within your hometown or your city or wherever the hell you're living. Maybe meeting new people that can bring your vision to life in the area. Maybe that's what he's pointing out. But he's sending signs about that. So let's see how he's going to help you. We have Father of Water, balance and harmony. We have Root of Water, highly sensitive. Okay, someone here's a water sign. Okay. Boo Boo the Fool, possibilities and potential. And the Chiefess, strength tested. Okay. Let's see here. How is he helping? He's trying to get you to understand that the opportunities that you are seeking to bring forth are possible. But once again, you have to be confident in your abilities to achieve what you are wanting. And there's going to be challenges and tests. There's going to be a lot of challenges and tests, but he's going to help guide you through it with the Father of Water energy. I feel like he has a lot of resources to bring you. Some type of energy that can help push along your project or whatever this is that you're trying to bring forth into this reality. He's telling you that in order for him to work alongside you and give you this help, you have to be open, you have to be receptive to the energy. And he says he can help you, overcome and face, the difficulties that you will eventually have to face when achieving this thing that you're wanting to achieve. And obviously I can't really boil down what it is that this group is wanting to achieve, because you guys are all different people with different dreams and possibilities going on, okay? This is a general message, so I can't necessarily say, but no matter what this dream is, there's going to be challenges. Like, that's what comes with growing. Like, there's always going to be a challenge that comes with growing. Okay, that's how it is, living on this earth. And not everything comes easy. There's always, like, some type of setback or some type of, like, negative thing to balance out the positive, which is unfortunate, but that's just how life works. And so when you're trying to achieve your dreams, you're going to face challenges. You're going to face difficulties. But Eligor is here to help with that. And he says you need to be open to the helping energy that I can give. He's also asking you to start trusting your spiritual gifts. Because your spiritual gifts are going to play a strong part in this journey. And prioritize, like, working with other people. Like, there's an energy of working with others, okay? And that could be spiritually speaking. It doesn't have to necessarily be physically, but I do see, like, a physical energy with the sisterhood of the Silk Road. But, it could be the spirits that he's pointing out. Your spirit guides that are around you that are giving knowledge, resources, advice. So there's so many different possibilities, and he's going to help you find the path that is right for you, how to approach this dream, how to make it real. But he's asking you to trust him. He's asking you to trust him and be willing to face some of the challenges. Okay? And be open to his ideas. Okay? I want to see what else the Root of Water is saying, because I feel like maybe there's also an alternate message with that card. I'm going to read the book to see if there's anything else that it's saying. Put my microphone down. Okay, why am I having so much trouble flipping this book? Okay, the Root of Water book. The Root of Water book. The message in the book says, you may feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster, giggling 1 minute, bawling the next. You are on a soul journey. That's why you are feeling it all so deeply. Don't take every little thing so seriously. Trust your inner guidance. The ancestors are nudging you in signs. Are you paying attention? Nature is speaking to you. This plant ancestor is empathetic and intuitive. The hibiscus plant has youthful energy. The roots, plant spirits, are messengers of the ancestors. There may be news or a romantic proposal coming your way. Interesting. Okay. And this is how he can help you. Maybe it's also talking about some type of communication that you need to be listening to the communication, the information that he's giving you within the partnership that you guys have together. Okay? Maybe something about easing your emotions because it's paired with Father of Water, balance and harmony. He can help regulate your emotions and your fears when facing the challenges that comes with coming into your greatness, conquering your dreams, conquering your vision. Okay? So what other messages does Eligor have for you, or Eligos? We have new beginnings. We have beauty. Why am I having so much trouble putting that down? We have beauty, power, and we have love. Oh, okay, my tripod's in the way. So let's move it down a little. Every single time I hear the word love, I think about that kid, what's his name, Aiden Gallagher, when he was like playing the guitar. He was like, life, life, love, my love. That's what I think of. Like, no joke. Like every single time I see the word love, that's like what I think of. Like, why was he yelling? Why was he yelling? I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but anyways. Yeah, so the other messages that he has for you, it's something about, okay, there's a lot of energy about relationships. And it's interesting because with that Root of Water card, it said something about like proposals. There's a lot of like opportunities for relationships, partnerships that could help push along this project. And you have to accept those energies because they're very beneficial to you. They can open doors. Also, maybe he's talking about power in doing something that you love. There's power in doing the things that you love, and you have to remember that when the challenges arise. That just because there are challenges doesn't mean that it isn't meant to be. And maybe something about charisma. You guys have some type of charm to you that you need to utilize. Because it's more helpful. I said spiritual gifts, okay? So maybe like this charisma that you guys have, this charm that you have when it comes into interacting with people can be really helpful in opening gateways, doors, opportunities, okay? And there are so many possibilities awaiting you, new beginnings, this fresh energy. And you have to claim it. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from Eligor, or Eligos. If you guys enjoy this reading, please feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. You can hit the hype button. That's a new feature on YouTube. I don't know if you guys know about it. You probably do. But that'll help push me into the algorithm. Commenting helps push me in the algorithm as well. And if you're interested in having a personal reading with me, you can link in the description. If you're interested in purchasing me a gift or a new deck, throne wishlist link in the description. And I guess that's all. Thank you so much, Eligor, for giving this reading. And thank you guys so much for being here. Take care and goodbye.